everyone, this is Karen Crummer with Critical Constrictors, and I'm next up.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Next Up. If this is your first time watching Next Up, this is a YouTube series where I bring someone on who has just started their YouTube channel or started within. Actually, we changed the rule. You started in 2022, you're eligible to be on Next Up. That's the new rule since I started it this year, technically. So from this year on, whenever you start the channel, I know I'm confusing you guys. Whenever you start the channel in 2022, you can be on Next Up. So if you are interested, let me know. Hit me up. All links are in the description down below. But today we have Karen. Karen, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I am doing great. I am so happy to have you on. I have been bugging you for one to start your YouTube channel because I know you're going to be producing some amazing stuff and people need to see it. And then two, I was like, hey, you know you're going to be on Next Up now. You just get ready. I know you don't want to be in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We'll schedule it out sometime so you get used to it.
Yeah. This is the first time I'm actually showing my face, so yeah.
Oh, this is I think the second person I've gotten to show their face finally on YouTube. The first person was Top Moon Reptiles. He did a whole year with not showing his face, showing off his snakes. And then I told him he got to be on the podcast, and he did the Under 1,000 podcast. So I'm so happy to have another one under my belt, and I'm just happy to see you doing your YouTube channel. You're doing a great job. Like the first couple videos, I can hear the nervousness in your voice,
Yes. Yes.
and then you started to settle in and got comfortable, and you got a rhythm, and then you started to get a style to your videos,
Yeah.
and I see you're slowly letting in the nerd stuff too. I seen that you gotta show all of it. There's nothing wrong with let the nerd flag fly, 100%. Speaking of that, let's talk about your name, your business name. So let people know where you got that from, if you could.
So Critical Constrictors, my family is very into D&D. So critical as in like critical rolling and then rolling the dice. So definitely for like reptiles, when you have eggs, that's like rolling the dice and what you're going to get. So critical rolling, whether that's a critical fail or a critical success, right? And so then constrictors, because I work exclusively with ball pythons. So constrictors, because ball pythons are constrictors. So critical constrictors.
Perfect.
My sister actually came up with the name, and I'm like, that's fantastic. I'm going to take that. So, yeah. Mhm.
I mean, it works really well. It
Yeah.
works really well. I love it. I love it. Like I know when we were talking, I asked you were you on Instagram before we got you on YouTube, and you were like, yeah. And I went to your channel and I noticed you had your snakes with the dice, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that is so cool. That's
Yeah.
so unique, and no one else is doing that.
Yeah.
And I was like, you got to start posting more. So post
Yeah.
some more, do more of that, because it's unique and it brings something different to the hobby that people are not
Yeah.
used to. And the unique stuff kind of shines, and I love it. So
Yeah.
that's just me. I'm a dork, and I love to see other dorks out there showing what they love, on top of showing the reptiles they take care of or have too. So
I
it's
I always thought it would be a cool idea to like if I had a booth, like I could like have dice and like sell dice, or like maybe if people like rolled the dice and got a certain number, maybe that was a percentage off of what they would get, something like that.
oh, that is a great idea. So when
Yeah.
you're ready to start vending, I would definitely come help. I'll help set up that booth. I'll help keep calculations. I'll make sure I keep an eye on the dice because that
Yeah.
is a great idea.
I thought that
That
would be
is a great. Oh, that is such a great. Oh, that is such a great idea. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to do that. You 100% got to do that.
Right? Because it's Critical Role. Did you get a 20% off? What percentage are you gonna get off? Yeah.
Oh, that would be so good. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That is super cool. I like that. I like it. So
Yeah.
let's stop giving away great ideas. No one take that. She's gonna do that. So no one take that. She's gonna do that. Um, but we brought you on the show to get to know a little more about you, introduce people to you, and get them to go follow your channel. Go hit that subscribe button, which is in the links down below. So make sure you go follow her channel. She's on Instagram as well. So look for her there also. Are you on TikTok?
I'm not. I'm not.
Okay, don't get on it. It sucks so much time out of your day. I love it, but I'm always on it, so it takes a lot of my time. So don't if you do TikTok, just post. Don't look at stuff. Just post and walk away.
I think there's too many social media accounts there because I have Facebook, I have YouTube, and I have Instagram. So more another one. I don't need that one. That's too much.
Understandable, understandable, understandable. So let's get into one of our questions. I have to find them because I am never prepared. So here we go. First question: how long have you been breeding reptiles?
So this is like a piece, like a I don't know. There's multiple parts to this question. So
Okay,
I
okay,
started like keeping reptiles back in 2011, 2010. And I
okay.
didn't really start like officially breeding until 2019, but I've had clutches before then. Accidental like oops clutches. Like I
Hmm.
in 20 I was breeding leopard geckos and uh rat snakes, corn snakes, like in between that time, but officially ball pythons was 2018. I had my first clutch, which was an accident. I bought a Tofino female, and the guy was he said I was trying to get her to breed, couldn't get her to breed. I'm like, oh great, I'll just breed her next season, blah blah blah. And I got her in. She would not eat, and I'm like, this is garbage. Like I can't get her up to size, blah blah blah. A month later, she dropped a clutch, and I'm like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Please don't do this to me. Yeah.
Oh wow, it's amazing how many times that happens to people where they're just getting into it, really about to start breeding, by a female adult, and it happens to be gravid, and they don't know until a month later. Now you're scrambling to try to get an incubator to incubate these
Oh.
eggs. So
Yep.
what did you do? Did you get an incubator? How did
I
you
did.
go?
I did. So she laid three fertile eggs and one sterile or one slug. And then I popped them in a styrofoam cooler on like grate with like in a tub, like the eggs all made it to like hatching, but two of them ended up dying coming out, and then I actually have the one female. I still have her to this day.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But yeah, there was a Toffino, and I went back to the guy, and I'm like, "What did you breed her to? Because I have babies." And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I got a toffee. So he was Toffino to Toffino, and I got the best baby of the clutch. So I got a toffee from
Okay,
that clutch. Yeah,
nice,
toffee
nice.
female. Mm-hmm.
That's a great. I mean, besides the two that didn't make it,
Yeah, but I wasn't even prepared. Like I had a
yeah.
styrofoam cooler, like just that was like quick. Where do I find one? Like I just need one.
I mean, that's still a great outcome for your first clutch.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, my first clutch, not such a great outcome.
Oh.
Um, not such a great outcome, but that's still, and you still have that baby,
Yeah.
so that is amazing. That is amazing. Oh wow. So you started out leopard geckos,
Mm-hmm.
moved on to ball pythons.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you ever? So have you only? Are you just now ball pythons?
Yeah.
Okay.
Leopard
Okay.
geckos, I really like leopard geckos. Like, I think it's still super funny where I was. starting out, and I would go to reptile shows, and I was only into leopard geckos, but I would go into these shows, I'm like, why is there so many ball pythons? I'm so upset. I can't find any leopard geckos. I hate this. And so when I moved from California to Wisconsin, I sold everything. I had a pet ball python, um, and so I kept that one and I brought it over here. But I sold
Mm-hmm.
all my leopard geckos. I sold all my corn snakes, my king snakes, everything. Because I jumped around, so I've had every like beginner reptile you can possibly think of, from king snakes to milk snakes to crested geckos, leopard geckos. I've had all of those, but I finally landed on ball pythons because genetically, I mean, I have a science degree, so I love genetics, and ball
Oh,
pythons alone have genetics that blow me away, you know, phenotypically. So
okay, okay.
yeah,
So what do you? So so the whole genetic testing, that's got to be something you're really excited about
yeah.
being okay. Like
Mm-hmm.
I am very excited about it, but also worried about it, but still
Oh no,
more excited about it.
there's definitely going to be some shakeups because of it. Like it's going to get to a point where you can't really even sell possible hets anymore. That's just going to be the future, because either you're
Yeah.
going to get them sold, you're going to get them tested, or you can't sell them as possibles anymore. That I mean,
Mm,
because who would want to take the roll of dice? Because what the fear I have is that, say you breed a possible het to a possible het, right? And then you get them all tested, right? You get them all tested, and some of them turn out to be non-hets. So you go and say, now you're a shady person to be like, well, they're still 66%, so I'm going to sell them at 66%
yeah.
identical tested, even though you know that they're not.
Yeah.
That's
That
that's my
is.
big that's my big fear right there. So I don't. They'll get to a point where you can't even have possible hets anymore.
Yeah, it's gonna make people really be more on top of who they're buying from, who
Mm-hmm.
they can trust,
Yep.
and putting money aside just for testing at that. Because we've got people starting to put money aside for testing for diseases now, which is a
Yeah.
great practice that people are starting to test animals as they get them. But
Yeah.
now they're going to put money aside just to test genetically too,
Yep.
which will drastically change the way we sell snakes, I think, for a little
Yep.
bit. But I think it will slowly rebound back to where people will roll the dice on pos heads,
Yeah.
especially if it's, say, we get a new visual recessive morph
Yep.
and their pos heads are going for 4,000.
Mm-hmm.
People will take that dice. They might pay you a little extra to test it. Like, I'm gonna pay you extra to test it.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the Wild West again. So we're gonna see how it works.
Yeah, prospects won't have any, unless they're like the super rare recessive, which is like your sunsets and your things like that. The more common ones, you'll just get tested. Like I have a couple. I'm waiting for Desert Ghost. That's what I'm waiting for, the Desert Ghost test, because I have
Yep.
10 or 15 snakes I could test for Desert Ghost. So yeah, and they're
Yeah.
all combination 50 and 66% hets and double hets and things like that. So um, yeah, I mean that's a lot of money to put aside. But I mean, as people do this more, it will go down in price. I mean,
Yeah, the testing will go down in price. It eventually get to a point where it almost be very stagnant. I think it'll get down to close to $30 a test. I
yeah,
think it'll get down to there, and that's where that's
it'll
where
stay
its
there.
point will
Yep,
stop. Um,
because
which
more businesses will pop up, more testing
exactly,
businesses will pop up.
and but then we're gonna have a little bit of a rocky road at a time because you're gonna have places say, oh, we can test for this and we can test for this, and they don't have the equipment to actually test for it. They're just sending you a paper saying we did this and
Well,
this and that.
it's actually surprisingly easy. Like, because
Is it?
I've done all the stuff. If you go on the website that actually does the genetic testing, she has all the primers and all the things that you need to do it, that's all the work to do genetic testing alone right there. You just need all the equipment. The equipment is what is most expensive part of it. But at my
Okay.
old job, I did that every single day. Like not for ball pythons, but I did it for rodents.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually super super easy to do. Like if you have ten to $20,000, you could do it yourself.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. So guys, that might become a new business.
You might be able to do it yourself because I know there's people that do agros gels in their backyard to do testing and stuff. You could
Okay.
end up doing it yourself. Yeah. You just need a
Okay.
microwave.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So, oh wow. So that's gonna be interesting. Ooh, so that's gonna be a whole nother issue too.
Mhm.
People are self-testing and oh,
Yeah, that's.
oh,
I mean, you're already doing your. You have the when you can check inside the snake.
oh, ultrasound.
You already have ultrasounds, things like that. Like
True.
if you have ultrasound, then you just have your own scientific laboratory just to do all your stuff.
I got my snake room, I got my rat room, and I got my lab room over here.
Right?
This is how I'm set up now. Oh wow.
You would do your own
Yeah.
testing for your animals, and then to sell them, you would send off the certain animals that you just want your certification for. You get your
Yeah.
certificate. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's gonna be crazy. So guys, look forward to that. That's gonna be a wild ride in the
Yeah.
next, I say, 3 to 10 years. There's gonna be a lot of weird stuff happening
Mm-hmm.
in our industry, good
Yep.
and bad, but still crazy to see. So look forward to that. So let's hit another question. What is your goal for your YouTube channel?
So my goal for my YouTube channel generally is just kind of a documentation. It's really helpful for me to see what I've produced and the cutting, and then like how excited I was.
Yeah.
But really a documentation for myself, and then also being able to show people what I'm creating. And then it's good for other people to see that this triple head animal is actually what it is, and it came from an egg from me, kind of thing.
Mhm.
Because I'm trying to do it better now where I kind of show the parents too. Um,
Mhm.
and then I on my Instagram I show the mother on the egg to try to like be legitimate to show you that
Exactly. They give
everything
you
that I'm doing is legitimate.
every bit of information to give you to be able to trust that what I say this is, it is, because you've seen it from step one to step two to step three and then the final product. So yeah, it makes perfect sense. That's 100% why I tell a lot of people to start their channel. For one, people need to see what you're working with.
Yeah,
So they know what you're working with, they know what you got. So when you start selling some crazy animals, people
yeah,
are like, "How did you get this? When did you get this stuff?" They
yeah,
see it. They see the animals. They see them breeding. They see them ovulating. They see them dropping eggs.
yeah,
Two, to get your name out there, you kind of got to get a little bit of a name when you start selling $6,000 to $7,000 animals out of nowhere.
yeah.
It definitely helps.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, that's a good goal. That's a good goal. So, what would be a a side goal since you've been doing your channel for a little bit? Would it be something that you realize you made it a new goal for your channel? Is there anything like that you thought have thought of? I know this is not even one of the questions. This is something I just thought of. So don't, if you don't have an answer, that's totally fine. Totally fine. Kind of threw you off throwing this out there, but I was just wondering. It just because I know when I started my channel, at first it was to document to show people what I'm doing and to get my name out there. And then I just had fun interacting with people, talking with
Hmm.
people, and meeting people. So has anything like that happened for you since you started your channel?
I've had some people like ask questions on my YouTube channels, and I'm the kind of person like you can ask me anything and I'll answer absolutely any question. Like especially the people who buy from me, I still get them like asking questions, and I'll 100% answer any questions. So I mean, helping people like I don't I don't necessarily see my channel being one of those channels where it's like you know going back and like all these helpful tips and things like that. I'm not so good at that. And plus there's like a million of those videos already out there.
Uh huh.
But I definitely if like they ask a question in my in my YouTube comments, I would definitely be down to answer those questions in a video, or
Okay.
helping out in some kind of way that way. But
Oh,
I
nice.
don't
Okay.
really see myself like, these are the top most venomous snakes, or these are the I'm not that kind of thing.
Gotcha. Gotcha. You like the one-on-one
Yeah,
talking with people and just back and forth with, helping each other grow within this hobby,
yeah,
learning stuff together. Okay. I like that. I like that. I like
yeah.
that. Um, so let's hit our last question. What channels help to inspire you to start your channel?
Well, obviously, the person sitting in front of me has inspired me to start my channel. You are
Some
the
people say I bug people. I say I motivate aggressively.
You're motivating. You're very motivating. When there's like every time I send you like I'll text you and you'd be like, well, when you starting that YouTube channel? I'm like, I twitching.
Yeah, I do that. I did do that.
But it was like it was a really important like kick to do that, because yeah, I may seem like I'm really like able to talk and I'm not shy. I'm a very introverted person.
I understand.
um
So people think they don't realize, like, yes, I can talk on these videos very well, very
yeah,
good, but I'm still in a room by myself, so it's so much easier.
true.
It's
That's
so
so
much
true.
easier.
Right.
When you see me at shows, not this talkative.
Yeah.
I do talk, but
Mhm.
you can see the difference between me and my video and me in
Mhm.
person having to warm up to getting around to being around people.
Yeah.
So I definitely understand that. I definitely understand that. But yeah, it's great to see you get to see your personality start to shine more in your videos as you get comfortable. And
Yeah.
I'm starting to see that when you more your videos, you're getting more comfortable. You're that whole you're still nervous, but now it's a positive nervousness because you're
Yeah.
just excited to talk about what you want to talk about on the
Mhm.
camera. And it's amazing to watch sometimes.
Yeah.
Like to see people slowly grow from that. Oh, I don't know what I'm about to say. I don't know what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do until hey, what's up, guys? We're gonna look at some babies today. You ready? Let's get
Yeah.
into it. It's great to see it,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I haven't
Um,
shown my face on my videos yet because it's still a little bit hard for me to do that, but definitely like I try to like say a similar thing every time that I start my videos. And then the one thing I haven't done in my videos is I don't know how to edit. So literally I'll just do a take and that's what gets posted. Like that's what I get. That's what you get for me, because I'm like I don't have the time to edit, and then like I'm just I'm so nervous that if I go and try to edit this video, I'm gonna cut out like so much of this video, it's not gonna even be postable, right? So
Very true. Very true. Like there's nothing wrong with it. I used to do a lot of editing in my videos because I was like, oh, I said this weird. Oh, I said this weird. I'm taking this out. Um, I just let it happen now because that's part of who you are,
mhm,
and that I think when you mess up on your video, it lets people know you're human, and it gives them a better ability to connect with you. They're
yeah,
like, oh, you messed up, I messed up. You're a normal person, so you don't need to learn how to edit. I would say you don't need to learn how to edit. I would say learn how to add graphics and maybe
mhm,
some music.
yeah,
That's pretty much all you really need.
yeah,
Um, honestly, it's YouTube, so the whole amateurness of it is still something people want to see.
yeah,
So that's
relatable,
enjoyable. Yes, exactly,
yeah.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
I still like I still get feedback from friends and then also customers about my rainbow video, because that's like the most excited I was ever in a video. Like I like lost my mind, and they're like, "We went through the excitement with you. We were so excited for you." I'm like, "Yay, thank you." But I was
it, it it was very exciting because there's moments where you forgot you were filming and
yeah,
you just were just talking about the anthem. And those that's just the purest happiness right there. It's so great. It's so great. That is literally the video I'm gonna link at the end of this video, so you guys can go watch that video.
oh
It's one of
no,
the like that's a great video. because you into her videos 100%. It's such a good video. Oh, like you can just hear the joy so much in your voice. It's so great. It's such a great video, guys. Oh, definitely go watch that one. But yeah, Karen, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Glad you're on YouTube.
yeah,
Look forward to more videos from you. You're doing more amazing things. Definitely looking forward to when you end the show because now I'm going to be excited to roll the dice. So definitely excited for that.
yeah, yeah.
But is there anything? Well, we're gonna link to the rainbow video. Is there you have a video coming up soon that you want to let people know about? Let them know what you got coming up soon or anything on your channel. As they're going to go subscribe to your channel, hit the links down below. Subscribe. Anything you want to let them know that you got coming up?
Not currently. I should probably post some videos. I haven't. I kind of like my videos kind of like start to stagnate as like my season has ended, so it's
Yeah.
hard for me. So now I have to like find a video every once in a while. But maybe I'll show off some of my snakes as they're older now, or some
Mm-hmm.
of my pickups because I picked up a blackhead head desert ghost boy a little bit back. So
Okay.
yeah, I need to get some blackhead, so I got that in my collection. So
That's, hey, that's a nice pickup. Definitely, that's some people like to see. I
mhm.
mean, and we're pretty much about to start breeding again, so
Right.
you're gonna be able to show
Oh,
these
that's
pairings.
true. That's very true. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Look
Oh,
at the video ideas just flowing now. Oh yeah, I can talk about this. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh, see, she's got videos coming, guys. Get
Okay,
ready.
now I have videos. Okay, now I got things to do.
All right, guys. If you liked her, go follow. Go follow. Hit the subscribe. Her links are in the description down below. Go check out our videos. At the end of this, we will be posting a video, so you can definitely go look at that. Um, guys, if you are starting your YouTube channel, if you started in 2022, and I'm actually starting to expand to not just reptiles, any animal channel. If you have any animal channel and you started in 2022 and you're interested in being a guest on Next Up, please get a hold of me. I'll put you on a list. There is a list. We have quite a few people, so I'm going down the list and slowly getting people on the show. If somebody can't make the show, we'll move to the next person. So definitely contact me. I can get you on the list. All my information is down in the description down below. But guys, thanks for watching. This Friday we have another under 1,000 pod. At oh wait, that's well we do have on. Usually we have a Friday. I forget this is not coming out the next week. That's a peek behind the mirror, guys. But we do have a podcast coming out Friday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, under 1,000 pods. Not sure who the guest is. I'll put it up here somewhere so you'll see who the guest is. But at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, we're live. So come hang out with us there also. But other than that, guys, hope everybody's doing good. This is going to be out in November. So hopefully everybody's having a good Thanksgiving. Our Thanksgiving's coming up. So go eat turkey, all that good stuff. But thank you again, Karen, for coming on. Greatly appreciated. So see you guys later. Say bye to the people, Karen. Say
Bye
bye. Yeah.
bye.
All right.